in the holiday mood. I just am. I'm in the holiday mood, and here's why. My lovely little girl, at 10 years old, the school she goes to, they put 2 shows on every year. A spring show and a holiday show. And the whole school sings a series of songs for the show. What they do is they burn a CD, and they charge you $2 for it, but they burn a CD, and you buy the CD, and then the kid has the CD to learn the songs and all the actions and things too. My daughter, as soon as hot off the press, man, she wanted the CD. She loves to sing. Got a beautiful little voice. And now, everywhere she goes, she has that CD with her. It's playing at nighttime when we're driving to her school in the morning time in the truck. Dad put the CD in. So I know all the songs now myself. And singing all those songs just kind of takes me to that place of holiday, you know? I know it's only October, man, I'm ready. I got all those songs humming and streaming through my mind. But in doing this process, it has taken me back, seeing the holidays once again through the eyes of my child. That 10-year-old set of eyes. Singing those songs are taking me back to when I was right around that age. And man, it's quite a journey, I'll tell you that. Amen. And so it reminds me of, and Darcy's here, she's my sister. We had a sibling rivalry, as a lot of brothers and sisters do. And I remember, and I don't remember exactly how old we were at this time, and maybe she remembers this, I'm not quite so sure, but I remember one particular Christmas morning. It's early in the morning, we get up, and of course, a child, what do they do first as soon as they wake up on Christmas morning? Well, you run to the tree. So we ran to the tree, but at least my approach, and I'm pretty sure it was her approach too, at least way back when, is that before you ever look to see whose name is on the little boxes, you want to see whose name is on the biggest box. Right? Because at least in the set of eyes from a child's perspective, the biggest box must be the best box. It must be the best present, must be the most expensive present, is in the biggest box. And so, if your name was on the biggest box, you win. Sibling rivalry. I got the biggest prize, the biggest present this year. So this particular Christmas morning, we get up, we run out to the tree, we're doing the thing, looking for the biggest box, and you could not miss it. It was a big box. We both go over there at the same time, look at the label on it, and you know whose name was on there? Hers. Immediately, my attitude stunk. I was pouting and moaning and groaning. Oh, she got the biggest present. I got a boatload of toys underneath this thing with my name on the boxes, and I don't care. Now, if I were my parent back then, I wouldn't be getting those presents either. But they didn't do that. So I'm pouting and moaning and groaning and opening. Yeah, great. G.I. Joe. Big deal. Wonder what's in the big box. Remember the Evel Knievel, you know, with the wine thing? Right? The motorcycle thing? Got that too. Wasn't in the big box. So I just begrudgingly open these gifts, not happy at all. She opens it up. I think it was one of those big sit and spin things, you know, you can do the big wheels and spin around. That's what was in the big box. And then, after opening the last gift, at the bottom of the stocking was a little note for me. And it said, go downstairs. You have one more gift. The excitement came back. So I run on downstairs, and there it was. Oh! The biggest gift of Christmas! And I tear into that thing, and you know what's underneath there? A Schwinn Stingray bike, man. With 3-speed, baby. And it had this metallic white banana seat. Remember the banana seats? Oh, yeah. I mean, it was hot. And it had a sissy bar in the back. It was just the catch me out, man, and it was all mine. I was now excited and couldn't wait to ride that bike. And ride I did, because I had that Evel Knievel mentality. I would jump in anything I could on that bike. But my mom wouldn't let me ride it to school until Bike Safety Day. When it was Bike Safety Day, she let me take the bike to school, and I couldn't wait to show all my classmates my cool Schwinn Stingray with a metallic white banana seat. I go there, of course, I got my lock. I want to lock it up on the bike rack. It goes, bike safety, you got to take care of that thing. So I lock that bike up, going to school, have a great time. The police officers teach us about bike safety and other safety things. The bell rings, we leave, and I got this crowd with me. I mean, I had everybody in my class following me out to see my new but as I look in the distance to the bike rack, the bike wasn't there. Now, mind you, there are police cars everywhere, and it's bike safety day. And I don't see my bike. So I pick the pace up and get to the thing. I built this bike up big time. We get there and all I see is the broken lock on the ground. Somebody took my bike. And if I talk about it too much, I'm going to start crying now. Still stings a little, you know. So I lost the greatest gift I had ever received up to that point in my life. The greatest. And really, as a child, when I think of the greatest gift of a childhood, that still stands out. And I only had it for a short amount of time. I lost it. Well, then that got me to thinking about all the other great gifts that I've had since then, and I have now. And maybe you do too. What are some of the greatest gifts that you have right now in your life? I have to say that it's my wife. Man, my wife, I love her so much, and she's not even here to hear it. But I do. She's a gift from God to me. My children, our children, tremendous gifts from God to us. The Sunset Church of Christ is a gift from God to me and my family. We love you people. We're blessed to have you. You guys are gifts. What gifts do you think of as the biggest and most important ones in your life right now? Now, as I started to think about this sermon, as it's unfolding about these gifts, I started to realize that my priorities were mixed up. Because as I was thinking about the great gifts that I've had since the Stingray bike, the one that I left out is actually the most important one in my life. And it's salvation through Jesus Christ. Amen. The greatest gift, you and I, if you're a Christian, the greatest gift that we possess is salvation. Being saved through Jesus. Relationship with Christ. Dying on the cross, He did. Raised again, the blood shed, sending His Spirit, giving us the truth. Being obedient to the gospel the way Jesus teaches. Being washed with His blood, born again, and now I'm saved. I am. I have salvation. It's the greatest gift anybody could ever receive. And yet, as I'm thinking about these gifts, and really the reality of prioritizing my life, I'm not holding that gift up to the place of honor that it needs to be. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that most of us, when we're thinking about those gifts that we have in life, did not think about salvation. You want to know why? Because we tend to take that beautiful gift and put it up in the attic somewhere, knowing that it's there and it's safe and it's sound. It's going to collect some dust. But when we want to pull that thing out, we can because we know right where it's at. We'll pull it out and look at it and go, wow, isn't that cool? I'm saved. And then stuff it right back there.